You know that feeling when you're walking down the street and you see a car parked on the curb and you're like, man, I wonder what that would look like if it were a different color. Yeah, me neither. But today I'm going to show you how we can use Photoshop to do just that. Alright, so jumping into Photoshop, here you can see a picture of my Honda Civic. I took this picture just last weekend while I was out on a drive, but I don't love the orange color of my car. So that's why today I'm going to show you guys how we can kind of change the color and give ourselves a little bit of a visualization what our car would look like if it were a different color. So the first thing I'm going to do is make a selection around the car. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to use the quick selection tool. With this tool we can go ahead and just start to click and drag over the car, and that will give us our selection. So we mainly just want to select the painted areas. It's not too important that we grab the bumper unless there is colors on this bumper that you want to change, then we can select those. But we can always remove it later if not, like that. Okay, so now the next step that you're going to want to do is add an adjustment layer. We're going to add the hue and saturation adjustment layer. So down here in the bottom right, we can click on that. We're going to go up here to where it says hue and saturation. And as long as we have a selection made, it's going to automatically apply that selection to a mask for our new adjustment layer. So now what we can do is we can come up here to the hue slider and we can start to slide that and change the color of our car. So maybe I'm feeling like I want my car to be, you know, more of this blue color. I think that looks pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick with that. One thing you might notice right off the bat is these tail lights. They kind of turned into this weird bluish teal color. So we want to go ahead and fix that just to make our overall image look a little more natural and realistic. So the way I like to do that is using the brush tool right here on the side, and then we're just going to manually paint into our mask. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in, I'm going to switch to the color black. You can press the key X, it's a little shortcut to switch between the two. So I'm going to make sure I have that black selected, and then we can just start painting on these taillights. And you can start to see that blue disappear, and we can get more of the red color back that was originally in there. If you accidentally go too far and you get a little red on the car, you can just switch to the color white by pressing X, and we can go through and clean that up. Let's come over to this other one. Same thing, make sure we're on the black, and just like that, we have both of our taillights back, and that looks much better. Couple other things I noticed right off the bat is the driver. They have kind of this blue tint on their face, so I'm going to go ahead and paint the black on there as well. Going along with the windshield, it looked a little bit blue. I think it will look nicer if it's the same color as the background. And then we can see right here, actually the front corner of the car, we must have missed in our selection, so we can switch to our white brush. We can just slowly trace right down that. Then right here in our mirror, we can erase this so that the reflection of the driver is clear. And then one last thing I noticed is this front bumper. We can go ahead and do the same thing and paint white to make sure that we get all of that selected. There you go. Zoom back out. And we have a pretty awesome looking picture, this new blue color, so that we can start to visualize what exactly our car would look like if we were to paint it a new color. So that's it for changing the color of a car. Hopefully that was helpful and you were able to understand what you needed to do. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.